Welcome to Bioratna. Dear students, I am Chandana Sengupta. Today we are going to discuss the class Amphibia. The class Amphibia. This class Amphibia, let us see its classification first. This class Amphibia, it comes under the superclass Tetrapoda. Tetrapoda means, tetra means 4. That means they are having 2 pairs of limb. Then their division is Gnathostomata. Gnathostomata means, gnatho means jaw and stomata means mouth. They have the jaws in their mouth. It comes under subphylum Vertebrata and phylum Chordata, of course. Phylum Chordata. Phylum Chordata are those organisms which are having notochord either throughout the life or at some stage, at least at some stage of life, they have dorsal tubular notochord of mesodermal origin. In case of vertebrata, this notochord is replaced by vertebral column. Students, this word amphibia, it comes from 2 Greek words. One is amphi. Amphi means dual, and bios. Bios means life. Amphi, dual life. What kind of dual life? They can live on land and they can also live in water. In class 11th, students, they think they have very nicely, very easily understood that the amphibia can live on land and water. 11th में तो सोचते बहुत कुछ है नहीं. Then they move to class 12 and then suddenly the question pops up in their mind कि ये तो mammals में भी है, जैसे human beings they live on land, whales they are in water, reptiles में भी है, some are on land, some are aquatic. तो why we say that amphibians के बारे में ही हम ऐसा क्यों कहते हैं कि they live in land and water? It is not the different species which can live on land and water. जैसे human being एक अलग species है, वो land में रह रहा है, और whale एक different species है जो water में रह रहा है. Not like that. The same species, for example, you take the example of frog, Rana tigrina. अब वो बहुत comfortably land में रह लेगा, घूम लेगा, सांस ले लेगा, and then when it goes into the water, it is also its home. वहाँ भी उसको कोई suffocation नहीं होनी है. So they can live comfortably in the land as well as on water. So they are leading dual life. One important statement is that these amphibia, they are the first tetrapoda. They are first tetrapoda. They are the first tetrapoda to explore land. अब हम ऐसा क्यों कह रहे हैं कि they are the first tetrapoda? Why not first Gnathostomata? Why not vertebrata? Why not Chordata? See here, this Chordata, phylum Chordata, it is classified into 3 subphyla. One is Urochordata, one is Cephalochordata, one is Vertebrata. अब ये यूरोकॉर्डेट्स और ये सिफेलोकॉर्डेट्स, ये दोनों के दोनों मरीन हैं. These both are marine. Now come to this vertebrata. This vertebrata, it is classified into one class Agnatha, which is not having any jaw, and the other one, that is Gnathostomata, which is having the jaw. हो गए दोनों. अब हम लोग धीरे धीरे Gnathostomata एम्फीबिया तक बढ़ रहे हैं. फर्स्ट लेट अस सी दिस अग्नाथा. अग्नाथा में आपने पढ़े थे साइक्लोस्टोम्स. दिस साइक्लोस्टोमेटा, दे आर ऑल्सो एक्वेटिक. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो एक्वेटिक, मीन्स ये भी एक्वेटिक है, ये भी एक्वेटिक ही है. Now come to Gnathostomata. This Gnathostomata is divided into two superclass. One is Pisces, which have fins for locomotion, and one is Tetrapoda, which have two pairs of limb for locomotion. इस Tetrapoda में ही पहला आता है Amphibia, दूसरा Reptilia, तीसरा Aves और चौथा Mammalia. तो ये यहाँ पे पहला ही है Amphibia. रेप्टाइल, एव्स, मैमल्स तो अभी तक ओरिजिन ही नहीं हुए. अब आइए पाइसेस में. दिस पाइसेस इट हैज टू क्लासेस. वन इज कॉन्ड्रिक्थिस, दैट इज कार्टिलेजिनस फिश. वन इज ऑस्टिक्थिस, दैट इज बोनी फिश. एंड वन ऑफ द बोनी फिश, यहाँ पे देखो ये बोनी फिश कॉल्ड लोब्ड फिन फिश. These lobed fin fish, what was particular typical about them? उनकी जो fins थे वो ऐसे lobe like structure पे attached थे. This is the lobe and this is the fin. So it used to come out on the land and it could move with the help of the lobes, and they could go back into the water and they could swim with the help of fins. तो ये जो ऑस्टिक्थिस है, ये बोनी फिश है. So it is the first one to explore the land. The lobed fin fishes or lungfishes, they are the first to explore the land. हल्का फुल्का घूम फिर लिए वापस चले गए. एम्फीबिया ने ही उससे ज़्यादा एक्सप्लोर किया, लेकिन बात तो यही है, they are the second one to explore the land and the first are the लोब्ड फिन फिशेस. तो इसीलिए हम सिर्फ ये टेट्रापोडा में ही एम्फीबिया को कह सकते हैं. इट वॉज द फर्स्ट, नाइदर रेप्टाइल्स नॉर एव्स नॉर मैमल्स. इसीलिए हम ग्नैथोस्टोमेटा भी नहीं कहेंगे, हायर क्लासिफिकेशन वर्टिब्रेटा भी नहीं कहेंगे, नाइदर वी विल से कॉर्डेटा. सो एम्फीबिया आर द फर्स्ट टेट्रापोडा टू एक्सप्लोर द लैंड. अब ये जो एम्फीबियंस है, दे इवॉल्व फ्रॉम पाइसेस. कौन से पीरियड में वो इवॉल्व हुए हैं? यू वुड लाइक टू नो दैट इट वॉज डेवोनियन पीरियड. इन डेवोनियन पीरियड दे इवॉल्व. फाइन, इस पीरियड में वो इवॉल्व हुए. देन इट वॉज द कार्बोनीफेरस पीरियड. इस समय वो बहुत ज़्यादा, मीन्स दिस इज कॉल्ड द गोल्डन एज ऑफ द एम्फीबियंस. सो दिस इज द गोल्डन एज. You must be curious to know कि mammals उस समय कहाँ हैं? Mammals है ही नहीं. Mammals are not there. Mammals have not originated. Mammals कब आएंगे? इसके बाद दूसरा पीरियड है पर्मियन, यहाँ भी नहीं. इसके बाद है ट्रायासिक पीरियड. इस ट्रायासिक पीरियड, in this period, the mammals they evolved from reptiles. Now let us see the morphological features. The morphological features of this amphibians. Let me draw the diagram of frog. This is its eye. This side, this is another eye. The body is divisible into this head, and then there is a trunk, and then there are some variations. Let us see what are these variations. Digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hind limb having 5 limbs, and the forelimb it is having 1, 2, 3 and 4 digits. This side you can see it's another feet, and from here there is a hump which can be seen when the frog sits down. The body is divisible into head and trunk. Fine. Then these limbs, 2 pairs of limbs are present in some group and not present in others. It is not that limbs are present in everyone. For example, this amphibia is class. क्लास से नीचे वाला टैक्सोनोमिक ऑर्डर आपको याद है? What is the next? Lower taxa. Lower taxa to class. The lowermost species, then genus, then family, then order, then class. तो क्लास के नीचे है ऑर्डर. तो देयर आर 3 ऑर्डर्स. One is order Apoda. A means no, Poda means fit. No fit. This example is Ichthyophis. Ichthyophis, it does not have any legs. Then, and next is a Neura. A means no and Neura means, its spelling is different. O-U-R-A. It is actually, it means tail, means no tail. So, no tail, under that comes this frog, then toad, then hyla. They all come under a Neura, having no tail. You can see that frog is not having any tail. The third order, it is Urodela. Urodela. Uro means tail. Dela means can be seen. So, Urodela, that is having tail. Having tail, example is Salamandra. It is Salamandra. So, here we have seen the example of the frog which has the limbs, the 2 limbs, and something specific about these limbs of frog. आप ये देखिए, इसके जो hind limbs है, these are larger than the forelimbs. These are hind limbs. पीछे वाले limb जो है, they are longer so that it can take a leap. This one, this is the forelimb, and this forelimb is shorter. One more difference is that this has, the forelimb has 4 digits. 4 digit है इसमें, और इसमें कोई भी वेब नहीं है. Whereas this has 5 digits. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And here waves are present. These are waved between the digits. Waves are present so that which helps in their swimming. So this is the wave. Fine. This is frog. This is the diagram of frog. And when you see this Apoda, Ichthyophis, how it looks? This Ichthyophis, it looks like a snake. So if this is the Ichthyophis, then they are also called blind worms. These are blind worms or Ichthyophis. See, this is blind worm, also called Ichthyophis. Ichthyophis. When it is blind, so why I have drawn these 2 eyes? These 2 are tentacles. These 2 are tentacles. These 2 are eyes. But these eyes are covered with opaque skin. These eyes, they are covered with opaque skin, so it cannot see. Now its body is like a snake. You must have seen the diagram of Ichthyophis, which the body is in a coil all around. It has formed a coil and one more coil and coil. And in these coils, inside this, you can see these eggs of the Ichthyophis. This is mother Ichthyophis guarding the eggs. That means not in all amphibia parental care is not there. Ichthyophis, it shows parental care. Frog to hai, then this buffalo, what they do, they go into water and then they release their eggs in the water. The fertilization is also in water. Then some they are eaten by predators, some survive. But here it is guarding its eggs. This is the second example, that is Ichthyophis. What is the third one? This Urodela, which is having the tail. This Urodela, which looks like a lizard. So this Urodela, इसकी body अगर हम ऐसे बनाते हैं बच्चों, तो this is the body. And यहाँ हमने बना लिए इसके 4 limbs, 1, 2, 3 and 4 digits. Then we show the hind limbs, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 digits. And then this is its tail. So this is the only one. which is having, this is head, this is trunk, and this is the tail. So the salamandra or the salamander, it is the only one, salamandra. It is the only one which has tail. What are the other morphological features of these amphibians? They have this one pair of nostrils. This is nostril. So it is one pair of nostril is present in front of the eyes. Next, one pair of eyes are there. So one pair of eyes. Exception you have seen. You have seen in Ichthyophis there are one pair of eyes, but the eyes are covered by opaque skin. That's why Ichthyophis cannot see. Now about these eyes are covered with eyelids. These eyes, they are covered with eyelids. कितनी तरह के eyelids? They have 3 types of eyelids. The upper one, it is slightly movable. The lower one, this is immovable. ये move नहीं होता. And there is a third membrane called nictitating membrane. This nictitating membrane, it can completely cover the eyes and protect the eyes from mud or water. So this nictitating membrane, it completely covers the eyes whenever the amphibia feels like it, to protect its eyes from water or from mud. So there are 1, 2 and 3. 3 types of eyelids are there. These are the 3 types of eyelids. So nostril, eyes, eyelids. Then just behind these eyes, you can see here there is a structure. This is a membrane. This is tympanum or tympanic membrane. This represents the ear. So this is the tympanum. Tympanum, it represents the ear. अब tympanum है क्या? In these amphibians, the outer ear is absent. Middle is present, inner is present. बच्चों, the ear can be divided into 3 parts: outer, middle, inner. हमारे इसमें ये जो पिना है, that is absent in case of amphibia. तो कान नहीं है, तो हमें जो ये पिन्या है, that leads into a passage. ठीक है, ऑडिटरी कैनाल. ये 2 पार्ट्स इसके पास नहीं है. सो इट्स ईयर इज स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम, हमारा भी फिर यहाँ पे दिस ऑडिटरी कैनाल, इट एंड्स इनटू दिस टिम्पैनम. टिम्पैनम लाइक द मेम्ब्रेन ऑफ अ ड्रम विच कैन पास द वेव्स. जितने भी उसके ऊपर वेव्स आके टकराएंगे, इट कैन मैग्नीफाई इट. फिर इस टिम्पैनम से जुड़ते हुए यहाँ पे फिर द मिडल ईयर के ऑसिकल्स जुड़े हुए होते हैं. सो एम्फीबियन ईयर, इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम हियर. This part is not present, means the outer part is not present. So the middle ear is present and inner ear is also present. और ये tympanum, ये drum, that membrane, it is can be seen here. So this tympanum, it represents the ear. Then come to the skin, very important. For its amphibian mode of life, the skin is very important. क्यों? जब वो ज़मीन पे होता है, at that time it respires by its moist and soft skin. This is moist skin and soft skin, and it does not have any scales. आपने इसके पहले वाले इसमें देखा था, chondrichthyes and osteichthyes. The whole body was covered with scales to protect the organism. वो जो अपने हाइपरटोनिक हाइपोटोनिक एनवायरनमेंट में है, उसमें एडजस्ट करने के लिए उसे स्केल्स चाहिए. बट हियर दिस एम्फीबियंस, जब वो लैंड पे है, they have lungs लेकिन उतना अच्छा डेवलप नहीं है जैसे हम में है. So it has to be, that respiration has to be aided by skin. It is also aided by buccopharyngeal cavity. मुंह की जो cavity है उसकी जो membrane है, it is also soft. So the skin, it is moist, it is soft, it does not have any scales, क्योंकि scales रहेंगे तो respiration में दिक्कत होने वाली है. And it is highly vascularized. Highly vascularized means richly supplied with blood vessels. अगर उसे respiration करना है, respiration means blood से CO2 ले लो और blood को O2 दे दो. अगर आपने सारा इंतजाम कर लिया, yes, 1 point बच्चे, ये जो moist है ये किस लिए है? इसके skin पे mucus glands है, and these mucus glands, they continuously secrete mucus, and this mucus keeps its skin soft. अब अगर उसके स्किन में ब्लड वेसल्स ही नहीं है तो इतना इंतजाम करके क्या होगा? सो व्हाटएवर इज द रेस्पिरेटरी सरफेस, जो भी रेस्पिरेटरी सरफेस होगा जिसमें भी ऑर्गेनिज्म में होगा, रिमेंबर दैट इट इज ऑलवेज रिचली वैस्कुलराइज्ड. नाउ लेट अस सी द एनाटॉमिकल फीचर्स ऑफ amphibians. You know what is anatomy and what is morphology? Till now we were studying the morphology. Morphology means those characters which can be seen from outside. हम बाहर से ही देख सकते हैं जिन characters को, they are called morphological characters. Anatomical features are those features, it is the study of the organs or organ systems which is present inside the body. So when first we will see the digestive system. In its digestive system, two peculiar things are there that I will tell you. One is about its tongue. Our tongue, it is free in front and attached at the back. Whereas in case of these amphibians, if this is their upper jaw and if this is their lower jaw, तो ये जो टंग है इधर अटैच्ड है बच्चों, फ्रंट में अटैच है, एंड इट इज अ वेरी लॉन्ग टंग. तो बैक में वो इसको ऐसे रोल अप करके रख लेता है, इसको रोल अप करके रख लेता है. देन व्हाट हैपेंस इफ देयर इज एन इंसेक्ट हियर, देयर इज सम इंसेक्ट एट दिस प्लेस, insect will think that the frog is at a distance. But what the frog does, it will suddenly take out the tongue and then it will catch this insect and again roll up that tongue. The insect is taken inside the mouth. So it catches the insect by surprise because of its long curled tongue which is attached at the front and free at the back. The second thing is cloaca. What is cloaca? See, cloaca is a cloaca and cloacal chamber we will see. Cloaca, it is a common chamber for digestive system की opening, reproductive system की opening और excretory system की opening. जैसे if this is you know about rectum in class 10th human physiology you have studied digestive system. There you have seen that rectum is the last part of large intestine. This is the rectum, this is large intestine का ही part है, large intestine, and this is last part of large intestine, that is rectum, which opens to the outside by means of anus. इतना आपको पता है. Now see here, this is the rectum. अब ये rectum का हमने आधा बनाया, ठीक है. So from here the digestive wastes are coming. Now this ureter which is bringing the waste from the kidney, वो यहाँ से होते हुए यहाँ open up करेगा. So this is ureter and this is one more ureter. यहाँ इतना ऊपर नहीं, इसी चेम्बर में उसको open up होना है. So this is another ureter and it is opening up here. So these two are the ureters. तो digestive waste हो गया और and here it is the urinary bladder. ये side view है, urinary bladder. There is one more urinary bladder also. So this part you will call, this upper part is rectum. But now this part, it is called cloaca. This is cloaca, and this cloacal chamber, it opens to outside by cloacal chamber. Cloacal chamber. Clear? Dekho. From here, the digestive wastes are coming. From this side, the excretory wastes are coming. And you may ask, reproductive wala kahan gaya? If this is the male frog, then in case of male frog, here the kidney, if suppose this is the kidney, और इस kidney के साथ बच्चों ये जो testes है वो functionally ये दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं. Means if this is the testis and this is the kidney, then the testis is releasing its sperms into the excretory canal itself. So this duct, it is carrying the sperms also and the urine also. So इसीलिए this is the diagram of male frog. But in case of female frog, if this is female frog, then the reproductive system and the excretory system, they are not associated, they are not joined together. तो यहाँ पे आप, this is the opening of फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम. यहाँ इन दोनों के बीच में इस पोजीशन में है. सो यहाँ से हो रहा है. दिस इज द थर्ड इज रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम का ओपनिंग हो गया. सेकेंड इज एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम एंड फर्स्ट इज डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम. दैट्स इट. That's it. This is cloaca. Cloaca is a chamber which is having the common opening for digestive system, excretory system and the reproductive system, which opens to outside by a common opening called cloacal. Sorry, this is not cloacal chamber. This is cloacal. The upper one is cloacal chamber and the lower one is cloacal aperture. Then what about respiration? The respiration, it is by means of gills. It may be by it is amphibian. It is amphibian. तो वो कैसे रेस्पायर कर सकता है? उसके पास एक्वाटिक और टेरेस्ट्रियल दोनों के लिए इक्विपमेंट्स है. बट दिस गिल्स आर प्रेजेंट ओनली इन द लार्वल स्टेज. गिल्स आर प्रेजेंट इन लार्वल स्टेज. दिस गिल्स आर देयर. और लैंड के लिए लंग्स है. लैंड के लिए मॉइस्ट स्किन है एंड द बक्कोफेरेंजियल कैविटी. बक्कोफेरेंजियल कैविटी की जो पतली सी एपिथेलियम है मॉइस्ट सी, उसकी मदद से भी करता है. सो दिस रेस्पिरेशन इज बाय मीन्स ऑफ गिल्स विच आर इन लार्वल स्टेज, लंग्स विच आर not that well developed like us, then the moist skin which is moist because of the mucous glands. It is also highly vascularized. Vascularized means having many blood capillaries, and then it is also with the help of buccopharyngeal cavity. अच्छा, इस मॉर्फोलॉजी शोइंग डायग्राम को तो हम मिटा ही सकते हैं. इसे मिटा दें तो यहीं पे हम अपना सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम पढ़ लेंगे. Okay, so the circulatory system. Come to circulatory system. Circulatory system. This circulatory system है तो closed. It is closed means blood is flowing through closed chamber, heart and blood vessels and blood capillaries. Then the heart is three chambered. Heart is three chambered. You are in class 11th now. Remember that जब भी एक थ्री चैम्बर्ड होता है, the auricles are always two and ventricle is one. When it is two chambered, then one auricle, one ventricle. When it is three chambered, then the upper one, the auricles are two and the ventricle is one. Remember one more thing, these two auricles, the left side is receiving the pure blood from lungs and the right side auricle, it is receiving the impure blood from the whole body. अब हमारे केस में क्या है, वेंट्रिकल भी दो है, तो राइट का इम्प्योर ब्लड, लेफ्ट का प्योर ब्लड मिक्स नहीं होता है, बट इन देयर केस देयर इज मिक्सिंग. हाउ? सो दिस इज द two auricles and this is one ventricle. This is ventricle and these two are the auricles. Fine. Now this is my right side, that means this is a frog which is facing me. So this is its left side. आप भी डायग्राम बनाते समय इस तरह से बिना मिस्टेक बना सकते हो कि whatever is your right side in the paper where you are drawing, तो आप इसका यहाँ पे left लिखोगे and this is the right. The right side it is getting the impure blood. यहाँ पे आया impure blood और left side यहाँ पे आता है pure blood from the lungs. अब ये दोनों यहाँ पे आ गए ventricle में, but in ventricle they get mixed and then this mixed blood is supplied to the body. अभी मिक्सिंग भी पूरी तरह से मिक्स नहीं हो जाते हैं बच्चों, ऐसा नहीं कि वो दोनों लेफ्ट और राइट के ब्लड आगे वेंट्रिकल में एंड दे गॉट टोटली मिक्स्ड. हमारे पास वेंट्रिकल ऐसे सेपरेट किया हुआ है, सो देयर कांट बी एनी मिक्सिंग ऑफ प्योर इम्प्योर ब्लड. हमारी पूरी बॉडी को एकदम ऑक्सीजनेटेड प्योर फ्रेश ब्लड मिलता है, दैट्स व्हाई यू आर सो फ्रेश, यू फील सो गुड. यहाँ भी इन लोगों के पास अभी भी समझ नहीं है कि किस तरह से ये वॉल्व बनाई जाए, बट दे हैव अ स्पाइरल वाल्व. एक वाल्व है यहाँ एट द सेंटर, ये क्या कर रहा है, इट इज कंटिन्यूसली मूविंग लाइक दिस. मीन्स वो कह रहा है लेफ्ट वाला प्योर ब्लड आप इधर जाओ, राइट इम्प्योर ब्लड यू मूव दिस वे. सो इट इज कंटिन्यूसली मूविंग. इट इज ट्राइंग टू कीप दिस टू टाइप्स ऑफ ब्लड फ्रॉम मिक्सिंग विथ ईच अदर. कंटिन्यूसली इट इज मूविंग. सो कैन यू सी कि हम जितना काम करते हैं, हमसे हमें लगता है कि हम एक्सटर्नली, हम अभी पढ़ रहे हैं, हम अभी चल रहे हैं, हम अभी खा रहे हैं, हम जितना काम करते हैं, हमारे इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स, आवर हार्ट, आवर लंग्स, दे डू lot means much more work than what we are doing. We means internal organs are also our organs, means that those are doing much more work. So यहाँ ये कोशिश करता है but still there is mixing ना, तो फिर मिक्सिंग हो जाती है. उसके बाद लेफ्ट साइड वाला जो है वो प्योर है, तो वो चला जाता है बॉडी को, राइट साइड वाला जो है वो चला जाता है लंग्स को. सो दिस इज द सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम. अब इसका अगर हम देखें skeletal system, then the skeletal system it is bony. skeletal system ये है bony. bony जो होते हैं, जैसे we also have bones, जिसके पास bones होते हैं उसके पास cartilage भी होते ही होते हैं. like this is our one bone and this is our another bone. यहाँ पे दोनों जुड़ रहे हैं and continuously move our limbs. तो there will be a great friction if two very strong bones are रगड़ रहे हैं एक दूसरे के साथ. So there will be friction जिससे ये घिस जाएंगे. So in between here at the junctions of two bones we always have cartilage. cartilage घिसते हैं but not like the bones. तो वो प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं दो बोन को from friction. Now about the reproduction in amphibia. Reproduction. These amphibians, they are dioecious. Dioecious means di, two different forms. Two different sexes are present in the population. Di does not mean the same organism producing both the gametes. No. Dioecious means unisexual. Two different sexes are present. So this is dioecious. Then the fertilization is external. Fertilization is external means not inside the body of the female in most of the cases. Exception here is ichthyophis. Exception is ichthyophis. Ichthyophis में क्या होता है बच्चों? This diagram, see here. This is the diagram of the cloaca you just studied. This is the male frog, its cloaca. This ichthyophis, it has protrusible cloaca. It has protrusible cloaca means It can take out the cloaca out of its body, which can act as a copulatory organ to introduce the sperms into the body of the female. Then they are oviparous. Oviparous means they lay eggs. Oviparous. Why these amphibians, they are in need of water so much, bacha, that their eggs, you see, after amphibians come the reptiles and the aves. In case of reptiles as well as aves, the eggs, they are covered with hard shell. So that fertilized egg is protected by the shell. Whereas amphibians, they have not yet learned the art, or they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the gene how to protect their egg inside a shell. तो shell जब नहीं है तो वो land पे eggs lay नहीं कर सकते हैं. Otherwise, then what will happen? Then the eggs will desiccate. धूप से, गर्मी से, हवा से they will सूख जाएंगे. They will dry up, and so these amphibians, they have to move to the water for reproduction to lay the eggs there. Of course, पानी में lay करते हैं, वहाँ fertilization होता है. So there are many predators which eat most of the fertilized eggs, but whatever survives, because they lay eggs in large number, whatever survives, तो उसमें से फिर larva निकलता है. So the development is indirect. Development, it is indirect. You know the larva, name of the larva. Frog वगैरह में जो larva है, this larva is tadpole larva. So the development is indirect. Let us see the examples. Examples आप देखते हो तो एक है आपका frog, then this is rana, then there is toad, this is called bufo, then this is hyla. Hyla is tree frog. ये tree पे रहता है बच्चों. That is aerial. It jumps in from branch to another branch. Then there is salamandra. Salamandra, or this is salamander. Salamander. Then ये जो ichthyophis जो हर काम अलग से कर रहा था, ichthyophis. This ichthyophis, this is the blind worm. This is the blind worm. So these are the examples of the amphibia. Before I close this lecture, let me tell you some differences between this frog and this toad. Frog और toad में फर्क क्या है? The frog skin is much more soft. It is soft because of mucous glands, but in case of toad, the skin is dry, warty. This is one difference. Then as the skin is moist in case of frog, so it respires, it can respire by skin, but before it cannot respire by skin. Then this frog, it often visits the water. जब मर्जी है, let us go to our ancestral place करके वो पानी में चला जाता है, land पे चला आता है. But this bufo, it visits water only for reproduction. Then this bufo, it has poison glands. This frog, it does not have poison glands. फ्रॉग जो है वो पानी में भी पाया जाता है, ज़मीन पे भी पाया जाता है. और ये टोड जो है वो लॉग के नीचे, मॉइस्ट लॉग, मॉइस्ट स्टोन में, जहाँ मॉइस्ट सॉइल होगी वहाँ स्टोन के नीचे, लॉग के नीचे ऐसे घुस के बैठा रहता है. दैट इज टोड. व्हेन यू सी बोथ ऑफ देम टुगेदर, देन दे विल लुक वेरी डिफरेंट. ऐसे डायग्राम में देखोगे तो आपको लगेगा कि दोनों सेम लग रहे हैं, बट नॉट सो. उसकी वो ड्राई स्किन से ही वो अलग से समझ में आ जाता है. That bufo, and it is much more sturdy also. Frog is much more delicate one. Okay, so this is now all about amphibia. So I close the lecture here. I hope this session was useful to you. Then do share, like and subscribe. Our next lecture will be on reptilia. Hopefully you have liked the video. Then please like, subscribe and hit the bell icon to get all latest updates.